So, a new tier, 9 new drivers. There is 20 in the actual tier, but only 9 have decided to turn up. One driver dropping down from tier 3 to join in for a bit of a practice as well in H2O Cloud.
Yeah.
Be interesting because we haven't seen any of these drivers bar Cloud and Vortek, who's also dropped down.
And Wisemouse.
And Wisemouse, who's raced in RPRL.
Yep.
For everyone else,
I think for
all new.
For an inaugural race, I think it's going to be quite a mystery, as like I said, we've not really seen anyone's pace, so I think bar the 3 drivers we mentioned, there's going to be a bit of a guessing game, even after qualifying, I think. So, unless we see a standout driver, or standout performance from someone, I think it's going to be an open game.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that Trazodar and the McLaren, he was pretty good in the Realistic Performance League. Whether we can do it again in Tier 4.
Yeah, he had a good debut last Friday, to be fair, did Trazodar. And what about Vortek? I mean, dropping down from tier 3. Does he see this as a easy win for him, or do you think he's gonna struggle in this like he's done in the other tiers? Very unpredictable driver.
Yeah, I think his overall pace would probably sit him towards the front, but like you said, his driving, his unpredictability on track could be his Achilles heel, whether it's to spin, contact with another driver, or just a silly mistake into a wall maybe, but you never know. He's a crazy kid, and I'm excited to see what's going to happen with him.
Yeah, got a driver, loves a good lunge as well. He was the quickest, I think, for the time trials that's coming to the tier, so kind of got high expectations for him. It's my early benchmark for at least taking pole position, if not the win. So let's see what he can do.
Yeah, especially when he gets in clean areas. Quite a quick driver, but getting in clean areas, like to say where he struggles. But I mean, whether he can prove me wrong.
Yeah, and having H2O Cloud down from tier 3, I think would be a good comparison to see what pace variances we're going to have between the 2 tiers, but looks like we're going to have a dry qualifying, at least. Which is always good to see. No one likes a wet qualifying.
Definitely not. Obviously, these drivers, most of them haven't had too much time to practice, as most of them have not been in the Discord for longer than a month, but definitely like a tester race almost. But
yeah, almost. You guys can think back far enough to the tier 2 pre-season race, or pre-season race here. That's when we uncovered the likes of Casper and how wrong we were by putting you in tier 2. But yeah, I'm hoping that we'll have an equally as quality of a race.
yeah, we have the first car out on track, the McLaren of MJBD 2003.
Yep, on the soft tyre. We'll be interested to see if anyone follows him out on different tyres. As I say that, loves a good lunges coming out on the medium tyres.
Yeah.
Taking it very slow through the first sector.
Yeah, Britain is probably one of the best tracks to start on the medium tyre, as you can definitely get more of an advantage because the tyre wear around here, as we all know from real life and the games. Pretty shocking.
Yep.
Trazodar coming out in the mediums as well.
Yeah, we could see McLaren get a head start in the constructors, being one of the one full-time team really, as Cloud is just in here for some practice. Or whether or not we can stay as a team if one moves still.
Yeah, there is a few spaces in tier 3 as well, so if any of these drivers make an impression and they're able to race at 6 o'clock on Saturdays, then they're more than welcome to move up.
Yeah, I can definitely imagine some of the tier 3s moving up to tier 2 and that ladder just keeps going. As tier 1 has a couple of vacancies, but I'm just coming onto his flying lap now.
Nice and clean through turn 1, avoiding the curbs. Little lock up.
Definitely a big advantage this track, especially through these turns that it's coming through now to run no ABS. Obviously in the race that tyre will be a bit frustrating, but nice and tidy lap so far.
Yeah, keeping it clean.
Oh, that
Wise man.
Chazadar is spun. It's coming through turn 1 there, very easy to spin it.
There might have been something on there between Wise and Mouse and Chazadar, I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, but White's Mouse is backed out that lap with an invalidation. Loves a good
Yeah.
lunge, just 2 seconds quicker as well. With the sprint
Yeah.
times.
On the harder tyres as well.
Yeah, there might be some pretty hefty gaps.
Oh no, he's lost it.
Loves a good lunge. Just coming up to the line now with a 1:26.4. And this being of the tier 1 Alfa Romeo dominates. Chazadar with front wing damage, just trying to keep the car on the track, which he, fair to say, is struggling with.
Is Ali Lou comes to the line on the softs, so 127.9.
You've got
Oh.
Gary Roberts, great.
JDM was just about to start that, I think, but he's already invalidated, so that doesn't not going to bode well for the rest of the lap.
Yeah. This Carrie Rosberg is great. No, Carrie Rob is great. That's the one. Goes second with a 27.4.
On the soft tyres again. So we know Loves a Good Lunge was going to have the pace. It's quite a gap, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean,
I
it'll
wonder
be
if he
good.
can race Saturdays at 8 o'clock.
It'll be good to see the tier 3 times rolling through quali. I'll screenshot these to see how they would fit into the different tiers. But
Oh, Vortex. Tried to get out of the way of MJB there, but he tried doing it on the racing line, so it seems that the old Vortex is still with us.
Loves a Good Lunge just improved on his second flying lap. Not by much, but it is an improvement.
Yeah, around about a 10. Yeah, he's gonna be in low fuel now, fuel mode now, so he obviously planned to do 2 runs on that tyre. Whether he sticks on it or
Vortex gets out the way. Sorry, I just Wise Mouse on her lap and Vortex moved out the way. Which is nice to see.
I'm climbing very slowly into the pits there, but better safe than sorry, I suppose.
What's P3?
127.6 for Wise Mouse. There's Vortex right behind her. About to start his lap. But he's starting his lap, sorry. So Wise Mouse gets out of the way.
She gets out the way.
Nice and tight line from the Williams there through the village section.
I think this lap could potentially challenge Lunge.
Well, you'd like to think so, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Nice lap from Vortex so far, hitting most of the exits where you want to. Could have probably got a little bit more speed through there, but difficult part of Maggots and Beckett's there.
Yeah, not really just letting you on the track there, but yeah. As you said,
that's-
still nice and clean.
I think that's 2 tenths down on Loves a Good Lunge, just split like a be wrong. We'll see.
He's actually no ERS as well, so. But he turns it back on. Not quite sure why he turned it off down the straight though. But he's got
Gonna be
quite a
close.
chance to left to use. He
He
takes
does
it
get
though,
it.
provisionally by 2/10 at 126.1.
That medium tyre is quite a fair bit slow around here, but maybe they're going to stick with it and go to the end as H2 Cloud, the Tier 3 driver.
Validated.
Yeah, I imagine he'll go again.
No, he's gonna come in. Yeah, already. Was that 8 minutes down the session? There's no point.
Yeah.
No point risking extra time on staying lap if he's gonna want to qualify on the softs is there. So smart decision to come in straight away, I think. There's JDM drifting, approaching the back of Chazadar. Quite close on the outlaps.
Yeah, they're going to want to back off a little bit. Going to be quite close between the two, one's a little bit wide.
Yeah, they are reasonably close together on track.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought JDM would get any kind of toe off that gap, but
On the mediums too,
Never know.
so you'd like to think that Chazadar would pull away as SRDC has joined. Not quite sure why they've done that, but let's hope they don't pick a car.
Aliu on their lap as well, just coming to the end of sector 1 now. 2.5% improvement on his time. Just start on
we'll soon
JD.
find out who it is.
Yeah. Could be one of the people who haven't shared the gamer tag yet.
I know, it's definitely someone from outside of the league.
Okay. Oh, they have picked a car. The Williams.
What car have they picked? Chadstar goes P3, JDM goes P7. I'm going to go back on board with the Red Bull, who's also on a flying lap, 10th and a half up. Unfortunately got the rev glitch.
It's coming to the last chicane now. Lost a little bit of time. Gonna be a tidy 127.8. Gains a tiny bit of time, but stays where he is, just in front of the Ferrari of JDM drifting.
SLR basis out on track crash. Is it someone in the league or?
No, but someone is going to be getting probably banned from the league, because as soon as I find out which account that person's joined off, they're off. In fact, I'm even considering restarting it,
What?
just so we can get him out.
Well, good job.
I'll do it without qualifying.
Yeah, just I'll take your phone, do custom group.
Yeah, just let everyone do the flying laps, then get them to join a new session. For the people wondering, chat, for my prediction for pole, I'm going to stick with Vortec. Not Tasty's left now.
Typical.
I know. Oh, probably leaving. Gonna be a new lobby then.
Mhm.
Got the results? Or are we gonna do a whole new session?
We're one shot quality.
No, okay. Sorry for the drivers. But
Yeah.
better than
Fortunately,
having
the
a stray crash
person
over
who's
that.
the person whose fault it is, as Chris said, will be getting removed, so it won't happen again.
Alright, let's try again, shall we?
Quite ironic how we were literally talking about this before the race as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Just now, just put the settings in again.
Is that everyone back? Or
Want to say?
No. No, we're missing two people.
Figure out who they are.
One person, I think. Um, what is just
my bad, didn't realise it was a league race.
who put that?
Makes no difference. The SLR, whatever his name was.
Stacy.
So is he a part of this squad?
No.
No.
One person recently played with. Wiser Maze, Vortex, Chazdar, Cloud, Ali Lou, Loves a Good Lunch, JDM. Is it MJBD?
Correct, yep.
That's the one. We got Loves Good Lunch as well.
Yeah, he's in. It's just about the client.
If they decide to go straight away, then I'll do it.
Don't forget to change the track first.
Yeah, good idea. I'll put it on invite only as well.
Yeah, MJP still doesn't join back.
I think we're missing someone again.
Don't you only just realised after everyone's left the lobby?
you say we were doing one shot?
Mm-hmm.
No, we're just short, mate.
No, okay.
Oh.
Why is a mouse? Choose your car. Watch now, she'll end up in like a Mercedes or something.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh, no, she's done it. She's done it. Well
Just
done.
in time. I wonder if this mix-up will allow the game to give us raining quality maybe this time.
Could well be. Also, weather's on dynamic, so could be rain, could be dry, could be a mixture of both. Rain would be nice to spice things up a little bit.
I mean, in Britain, anything could happen. I mean, it's been raining a little bit today.
Yeah, you'd like to think that the game factors in the appalling weather patterns of the country, but I doubt it does. Like the ability of
Yeah,
having
who would have thought it would
being-
rain last night?
and being freezing temperatures like today, but I'm sure the game will probably just still give us sun and 26-degree temperatures.
Some of the drivers will be counting their lucky stars that we've got a restart.
Yeah.
I think the drivers have definitely got the laps in them and the pace to do it. I mean, I remember looking through all the time trials. This is one of the tracks that they do. Most of them are getting in the 27 to, if not 26 and 25s. So,
Yeah, it's one thing doing it in time trial, another doing it in an actual league race. I think there's one or two where this is their first ever league race. I know MJBD, that's certainly in his case.
and that's Vortex taking the first place on track. I imagine they'll be eager to get out again.
Yeah, I believe he had the fastest time in the first part of the session.
Yep, correct. 1:26.1, I believe it was, on softs.
All bar two drivers are on their outlaps now, so a lot of times we'll be rolling in, but I'll say that very easy to invalidate around here.
Right on board with Vortak, who's invalidated his outlap. Not that that matters.
Any predictions for a pole time, or have we not seen enough from these yet?
As it looks, I was on board with Carrie Roberts Great there, and it looks like he's just driven straight into the wall.
Yeah, that's probably red front wing damage on the left-hand side, which is not exactly what you want in a quality session.
No.
But back to Vortex, just heading down the straight, just at the end of sector 1 now, nice tight line. into the right-hander, onto the Wellington straightener. It's been good down here, obviously the turn going up on his right.
Oh,
What's that,
MJB,
Chazadar?
MJBD spun it. That's Brooklands. And then
Oh, he's
Chazadar's
spun into
teammate. Yeah, he spun it to turn 1. I think he spun into turn 1 in the first session.
Oh,
well.
Ali was out.
Ali Lou's out. Gone board with
Loves to
DDM.
Oh, no.
see on.
He's gone.
Lost the car on the exit just as I was talking about it for the Vortex. Talking to Williams. He turned his ERS to none again, down the hanger straight.
Not quite sure why he's doing that.
If it works for him, it works for him.
Yep, good stuff.
It's gonna be a 126.
26. Okay. So that's 8 tenths, oh, sorry, 7 tenths off what he did in the original session, so he's definitely got more pace in his locker. I think the H2O Cloud next to the line to finish a lap. He's on the medium tyre, so expecting to be a bit behind Vortex, I believe. He is 127.2, 4 tenths back. Next car's going to be MJBD. Yeah, I think he's going to start another lap.
Yeah.
Early predictions from the chat. Got AVFC saying Cloud for pole, Wiser Mouse on the podium.
Would be nice to see it. Wise Mouse on the podium. I think
Yeah.
she's improved quite a lot since I've seen her join the league, so I'd like to see her rewarded for that, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean,
Nice.
that's the idea, isn't it? Obviously, putting drivers with other pace, obviously they'll get quicker and hopefully they'll be, like it is in esports, around 2 tenths max in the quality of each tier, but I mean, obviously it won't close that much, but you know, just closer.
Yeah. There's loves a good lunge, has gone with the 125.5, 1.3 seconds clear of Vortex.
Yeah, definitely. If he can do a good race, then I imagine he might find himself racing on the side of it. But
DDM drifting. Comes through stone, Vortex ahead. Last few corners. And he's just invalidated.
oh,
Yeah, they've invalidated that one.
going to be interesting. Looking forward to the race to see Aliu going through the field. I have been pronouncing that very wrong. So could let me know for the next race. But
Yeah, I did think they had a family member in the chat when we started the stream that was wishing them on, but the messages were in French, so I couldn't tell what they were saying, unfortunately. Loves a good lunge into a pole of a 25.5. Wiser Mouse on a 26.9 on the softs. She's done 2 laps on those. Got Moggs saying Vortex for pole.
it could be another one. Or Wise Max drifts onto the track. Chazadar gets a nice tight line though. Luckily he wasn't on a lap, he's gonna let Wise Max back through. Breaking the 150 metre board while he's at it.
Yeah, but no one's breaking through that corner, which you don't break through cops anyway, so.
Well, she's invalidated. Carry Rob is great. It's currently very slow.
Stop on track or?
Yeah, about
Didn't
14
quite
miles an
stop,
hour.
but-
Oh, Chazadar is round.
Not for the
Right.
first time.
Yeah.
How's
Halfway down the hanger straight.
How
With
on
front
earth?
wing damage.
That's the second driver that's done that. Carrie Rob is great, did that there as well. Just driven into the wall before stone.
I mean, luckily these drivers don't have Monaco to do, but
Yeah,
the way they're
very well
going,
driving.
made it past turn 1, you find yourself on the podium.
Yep, podium right now looks like it's going to be occupied by Loves a Good Lunge, the top split, sorry. 1.3 second current advantage. Could need a hell of a lap from any of the other drivers to be a good lunge.
Carry Rob is great. Just going on to the lap, gets too much of the curb through turn, which is very easy to do.
And they've invalidated.
Yeah.
Bit of a shake of the wheel there as well, just to show their frustration.
Yeah, annoying to do an outlap, keeping your tyres cold. Obviously the tyres do get quite hot in a quality lap around here.
And they're slowing right down. Fortunately, they've got about 3.5 laps of fuel on board, so they'll probably go for a lap again.
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's an attempt to save fuel. The stopping and going would burn more than usual, even if you're in max, but...
Correct.
Right, Vortex about to start another lap. Another set of soft tyres.
Outside line to determine wiser mouse. That's
Yeah,
close.
Wise Mouse coming out of the pitch, just getting out of the way.
Both of them
Good
are
first
coming out as well.
Good first few corners there from Vortex. Comes into the Wellington straight. Let's see how far back he is through sector 1 or how far forward he would be. He's just under a 10th lap so far.
Needs 1.3 seconds to get the pole. So, just that then hats off.
Let's see if he's good on the back.
Did he turn his ERS off on the last lap?
He does it just at the end of the hangar straight.
I wonder if that's a tactic so that he knows that he can go faster and improve on his final runs.
That was better through. Angus and Beckett.
That's something I would do
Yeah,
personally. But
Neither.
There you go,
No one
keep
turns off
sitting
right
like
about
that now. Now he
Yeah.
turns it off. That didn't lose much time though at all, if any. Back on the exit. It's been a very good lap. Too much of the outside curb ladder.
Almost invalidates as well.
That
And he
could have
comes-
been
how
pole.
close he is.
He comes within 200ths. It's a really good lap there.
Wise
It's
Mouse
Mouse
starting
behind
hard.
him. Yep, starting lap now. I'm on board with Carrie Robbins Gray, coming through Mackers and Beckett's now. With the first time lap set from them. Round about second off to the
down.
middle sector, yeah. Good line through Stowe. All they've got to do is make sure they don't invalidate on these last few corners, which is very easy to do. Which they don't. Run to the line. Oh, he just invalidates! Oh no! He ran over the curve just before the line, which invalidated a lap time, so that's still no time set from Carrie Robbins Gray, and I think it would have been good enough for P4. Let me just have a look.
Oh, Wise Mouse
It would have been.
invalidates as well.
Really unfortunate mistake left on the Renault driver.
Yeah, Wise
Chazard
Mouse was
arse.
marginally up through sector 1, but lost it all.
Chazard up line and was currently on a flying lap.
Can he
Up
keep
come
it in
through Mackers
straight
and
line
Beckett's.
on the hanging straight? The fact that he
Well, it was
hasn't
the-
spun.
It was the outlap he did on
Yeah,
last
true.
time around. Let's see how he's going through the middle sector. 1:202, that's a much more competitive lap time so far.
That
at least.
is around about the pole time. Missing the apex.
Slight lift through there because of that. It's gearing nice for that turn.
Predicting E3. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oof.
25.8.
P3.
MJB's also on a lap here. About a 10th down for the middle sector. Let's see if they've clawed back a bit of time. They haven't. 27.6. Because Carrie Robbins Great went for another lap, but they've invalidated it again, so they come into the pits.
Remembering to slow down for the line as well.
Yeah, I mean, you can't get a win quality with literally just going full speed into the pits, but still not a good thing to do, really. Current pole sitter loves a good lunge. Coming out to the pits now. Oh, is that MJBD round? Yeah. Really struggling to link up them two corners. Obviously, I think he's running less assists than some of the drives here, like ABS off and things like that. Obviously, that could contain traction control and yeah, it's just difficult to get the power down.
Why is it nice to go for another lap?
Well, she's got to have those tyres start to last during the race.
So Vortec and loves a good lunge, both on their out laps.
Lunge will have his lap first.
Stay on board with him. I haven't seen too much of him other than his blistering pace so far. I've been on board with the lap, so see what the Alfa Romeo driver can do on his final run. Can he get in the 24s?
Wiser Mouse up on their time, just coming through the right-hander now.
Bit of a lift through Cobbs.
Loves a good lunge, just starting their lap as well.
Choosing to leave the car in 7th gear and the run to turn 2.
Literally took the words out of my mouth there, Alex.
Oh, my last invalidated.
Lunge is also backed out on the lap.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, choosing to keep it in 7th sort of indicates to me that there's a bit of a higher downforce setup going on. Because usually when you run a lower downforce setup, sorry, the car isn't as what's the word I'm looking for? It's more lenient when you want to put it up into 8th going into turn 2. So I think we can assume that Love's Good Lunge is running a higher downforce setup for this weekend, or this weekday, I should say.
Nature of Cloud invalidated their lap. I wonder if we'll see this come into effect on Saturday with this extra practice.
Yeah, certainly not going to harm him entering into this race.
Yeah, this carry up is great, just started another lap and invalidated it straight away.
Ah, such a shame.
Just to point out, we'll discard Cloud's positions, so he finishes third, then all the drivers below him will leave their points, so no points on offer.
Yeah, well, all drivers anyway that finish the race can assume points, because there's only 9 drivers, so everyone's gonna walk away with a point today if they finish the race. I think everyone will be happy with that.
So, why is the mouse coming back into the pits? Is she going to have enough time to get out and do another lap?
We
Even
could have the quality
glitch that
glitch,
we've got going on?
even with it, there's not enough time, unfortunately.
Vortec,
He slowed
whilst
down
up on his
line.
lap, that could have been pole.
I'm gonna check the sector times.
I think I saw a little 200th up.
He was, his first sector was up, his second sector was very similar. And he probably could have got it there, but he lost 2 and a bit seconds in the last sector, so... Interesting tactic there from Vortec. Maybe wanting to start second and get a jump on lunge, maybe for a slipstream with off
right.
the line.
Yeah, right hand side of the grid. Obviously the inside line, but you tend to get worse starts. A stuff that looked good lunge would have got rid of that pole by Vortec.
Yeah, as it's a 125.510.
At least it's good to see a good fight at the top. Seems we have to reach with drivers here.
Sorry to getting card, but Carib was great, went for another lap and he's invalidated again.
Again, drifting, validating their lap.
Might have enough fuel for another lap.
Carry up his
Carry
grace
over his is retired on track.
Don't do that, please. I mean, it's your first race, so... Is this one of the drivers who is his first league race as well? Or...
Well,
don't remember
first
that?
the grace fast.
Yeah. That's one of our rules.
As far as I'm aware, it's just MJBD who's making his league racing debut for us and for himself.
Yeah.
MJDV though, there was 3
Well, Chazadar, that's surely wing damage or a very aggressive sound. Must be the latter, he got so much understeer through. The, long right-hander.
MJDB here, or BD, sorry, might be up to P4 here. He's currently around about 5 to 6 tenths up on his lap. Coming to the last few corners now, getting a good line through there. Being careful not to run wide or lose the current traction here. Short shifting sort of into this time, and as you can see, only a full 10th game, which leaves him down in 6th place, unfortunately. And I think that's it from Polly. So Loves a Good Lunge has taken part. Which would affirmed your thoughts that there would be a quick lap from him.
Yeah, I think Vortek and Chazdar both did well to get into the 25s as well, yeah, showing their potential. Cloud, I think he would have been maybe up there at a high 25, low 26 if he'd got his lap together. It's invalidating, but... yeah, I was JDM, the only person not setting a time, which is unfortunate for him, so he was starting from P9. It's not going to fill the driver with confidence, let's put it that way.
No.
Yeah, so there's your grid.
Definitely going to be a good race to watch, I reckon, even though we haven't got the exact number that we want, but still, different paces in here, some of them at the back, some of them near the front. Strategy will come into it, will it be a wet race?
I don't think it would be a wet race, because it would... otherwise Cloud wouldn't have tried setting a lap on mediums, would he?
True, or maybe he's just getting in as much practice as he could, but...
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, he was trying to set a lap on softs. I think he tried twice, but just invalidated it. It looks dry to me.
Yep.
Indeed it does. And
At least a dry start to the race.
I mean, Britain can literally flip the weather like a switch, but... Hopefully we have a clean...
As always.
I think it will be.
Sorry, go on.
I think it will be a drive race. Is the predicted strategy they're showing both one stops, either soft, medium, or soft to hard.
Will everyone make it round the formation lap?
Yeah, it's close to Cloud and Water's mouth, obviously.
Oh,
In contact.
That's
That's
JDM and you. I think that's how you say it.
Any driver more,
Qualify back to grid.
any driver more at fault than the other.
It looked like JDM was just going out a little bit too fast, and then outbroke himself into turn 2.
Yep, I think he is accepting responsibility by apologising straight away in the Discord, which is nice to see.
Yeah, very respectful. Nice to see. And I was on board with him, and you could tell that it wasn't on purpose. I think when he went to accelerate, he just accelerated harder than the car in front, and inevitably just bumped into the back of him. But yeah, they will have cold tyres now, as that's what the game does. It resets them to the grid.
I see that all the other drivers are keeping a very equal distance between one another, which is something we've been seeing in what is 3, 2 and 1 the last races, which maybe if any of them, those guys are watching, pay attention to that formation lap, because I think that was a pretty good one, besides the first corner.
Yeah. All keeping their distance, or within, say, 2 or 3 corners of each other.
Yeah.
Carry
They
Roberts
was right
Gray did
until-
go up
yeah.
2 positions, but
No, I was on board with him, and somehow he just managed to ghost all the way through them as he come to the end of the lap. Right,
Well then,
Callum, if you
here
want to
we
do
go.
the honours.
alright, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights and it's lights out, and away we go here at Silverstone.
MJB's got a shocker of a start. At the
Was
front,
it down the
Vortex going
inside
down
to
the
turn 1?
inside.
Backs
Backs
out.
out of it.
There's contact somewhere.
Yeah, JDM drifting, shoved out a bit wide, I think, on through turn 1. Dropping a position or 2.
Ali Lou making a good start. Carry Rob is great with a little bit of throttling damage on that front left hand side.
Yeah, already.
It'll be
Shouldn't be too
interesting
big of an
to
issue.
see the ERS management. As Vortex goes down the inside. Good racing between these 2.
Yeah, you can see Vortex using a lot more ERS at this point. Loves a good lunge. Using his
Ooh,
ERS to
JDM
counter.
drifting is that round.
The Bargy between the 2 at the front here. There's Vortex has already run out of ERS deployment for the lap. That's really not going to help him if he wants to make an overtake into Stowe. As both drivers get a pretty good run through Max and backwards.
It looks good lunge isn't that much better off ERS wise anyway. I think Cloud could be a favourite here. I mean, I say that I need to use most of his as well. But obviously, looking at Australia, he was good at ERS around there. Monaco, you don't really have to try for ERS. But
No. First lap's a good lunge, runs really wide, coming out the final corner.
might be some of these drivers' first time on tracks as well. Could see the penalties rolling in for a couple of them.
Yeah, so I don't think we just caught this, but JDM drifting is it the spin or something? Because he's 9 seconds
Yeah,
back
made
on
a
the pack.
spin.
Yeah, my apologies for missing that, but yeah. Everyone else at the front, keeping rough distance back, is Vortex once again
using all of his ERS, gets down the inside,
into Brooklyn, so he's got it.
moves made. Chazadar licking his lips behind.
Yeah, Chazadar as well, with a bit more ERS in hand, so
Oh, loves a good lunge with a really poor exit. That gap is falling between the McLaren and the Alfa Romeo.
it has. In all this time, the continuing squabbling between the Williams and the Alpha, that McLaren's gonna... Oh, as I say that, McLaren's
he's been
gone.
running really wide. Like, if you look at that wheel, not much rotation on it at all. He's definitely on the wheel, but through turns like that, you'll probably see him run wide through cops as well.
I think it's just a bit of oversteering, maybe sliding. We always got a car out,
and
MJB
flags.
out. You look
It
on
is.
the right side with JDM drifting, the car's at the barrier, and he's out of the race. And we've got a safety car on
Safety
lap
car.
2.
Vortex is
Vortex
in.
in. That's very weird. See a car in this early.
Go to hard.
Lighting Mass is in. HO Cloud
And
is
Ali
in.
Lou and Carrie Roberts great.
Ooh, very cautious into the pitch. JDM, A, making a position, and B, going to close up right to the back of everyone. He's another one who chooses to go in.
Yeah.
Two cars decided to stay out there, the leader and Chazadar.
And it looks like everyone has gone onto hards. Be interesting to see if Vortex new tyres will be able to make an attack on the slightly more soft tyres at the safety car restart.
Yeah. I mean, I'd say fresh hards and newish softs are still not. Well, I forgot what I was going to say then, but it's going to be interesting to see if Love's Good Lunge and Chazador are going to come in as well. Obviously, that'll put them right to the back. But
Yeah, I wonder if the safety car gives the Alpha enough time to maybe get up from his wheel or up from his chair and do a few lunges. Just to, stretch the legs a bit. Safety car gives you a period to try and refocus, get everything under control, and even under attack was JDM drifting has managed to pick up a penalty under the safety car. There's loves a good lunge. A few attacks from Vortex, unfortunately getting overtaken. And they'll probably be thinking out how he's going to counter that. Maybe use a bit more ERS, taking a bit more of an aggressive line as he's all over the track here behind the safety car, probably just trying everything he can to get the temperature in the tyres.
JDM went on to medium tyres, interestingly.
Yep, I doubt they'll get to the end, so I think they'll hope for another safety car maybe. As the safety car will be in next lap.
Loves a good lunge.
So, but... Oh, I was just about to say, let's hope no one goes into the back of another car, as Weisermeister nearly goes into the back of Vortec.
That would have been very bad for the races. I
As
imagine.
Vortex almost goes into the back of Chazadar.
Yeah, if any of these get penalties, the front three are all pretty similar pace, and I imagine if one gets past, then the other one will be right on their back, so penalties will definitely play into this. Just looking on the race director now, Vortec has only got one warning, and the other two leading cars are... Oh wait, no, hold on. Love's Good Lunge has also got a warning, but the chances are keeping it penalty free.
Yeah, two drivers with penalties, P7 and P8. Both 3 seconds.
It's Vortex once again
Yeah.
almost drives to the back of Chazadar.
And that causes a chain reaction, and Weisermouse tries to go left, but Vortec goes left. It could have been.
Yeah, unfortunately I think all of these minor, they're not incidents, but these close calls are from all being triggered by Love's a Good Lunge, as he's not really behind the safety car, he seems to be slowing down, weaving and then accelerating back up behind it, which is something you should never do.
Oh, someone's got front damage, expects penalty coming through.
Alley-loo.
Carry Rob is great as well. But I think JDM drifting is the one who lost his bit of a front wing. Oh no. Okay, my bad.
No, it's Carrie Rosberg, they've broken the front wing again. Unless they didn't fix it in the pit stop. But it must have been, yeah. No, yeah, it must have been because Carrie Rosberg, Rob is great, he's gone into the back of Ali Lynn, they've both got 5-second penalties.
We will get the names right once we've commentated on them a few times, don't we?
Very slow restart from the Alfa Romeo driver.
Yeah, he might be called Loves a Good Lunge, but he loves a slow safety car restart, I'll tell you that. Because he's really leaving it late here. All the other cars will be really low on tyre temperatures. He's got free rein to weave wherever he wants because he's dictating when to go. I'm trying to drag this out because I don't know when he's going to go.
When will he lunge forward?
As Carrie Roberts Gray has come into the pits to fix that wing damage. As it looks like Love's a Good Lunge is gone.
Oh,
Carrie Rob is great, sped into the pits. Chaz gets an awful exit though on that safety car restart. Vortex right behind him. Vortex with the ERS on, choosing not to make an attack into that corner. Wander down the... Whoa, there's been a collision. Multi-car collision.
Huge
Hallelujah,
collision.
JDF drifting about.
H2O Clouds is involved in that as well.
I've got to
Hopefully he
look
can
at the
shed
two
some
cars
light
there
on
on
what
the
happened.
right.
I'm not quite sure what happened there, to be honest, as I was watching at the front.
I think that could have been maybe a 3-wide moment, and then someone just taps them around on the inside, gets pinched him. That's my guess, but let's wait for a clip. If any of the drivers are watching, and you, then flip it, send it to the steward's request. And you can see if our stewards will give any penalties out.
As Carrie Roberts Gray has stopped the car at the pit exit and then has chosen to accelerate once again. But
He's
they've
on
come out on
inters.
track on inter tyres and they've got another safety car. And it's the second time a car's done this actually. It happened on Saturday.
Months, I think.
No, it was Back Pass
Ah,
in the Red Bull.
That's
Came out on inters. But fortunately there's a safety car. So Carrie can come back
Second
into the
safety
pits and fix that. Oh,
I think this one's a
Casador's
delayed
in.
reaction to, Rob is quite very good on the Aminters. This could be a delayed reaction to the turn 1 incident, but if it is caused by Carry Rob is great with that inters and stopping in the pit lane, then that is not what you want to do. Get a quad ban or a race ban or a ban of some sort. Or full technically spins them.
How's Carrie's Robbie's great doing on his inters?
Slowly.
I imagine he'll be coming into the pits, yes. Indecisively, but he does.
Yeah, as MJBD leaves the session, really unlucky on his debut. Just get caught up in an instant. Unless he binned the car himself, unsure what happened.
Yeah, he crashed beforehand into Mags and Beckett's.
So there's just too much carbon to Beckett's and then not being able to save it. There you go. I think that was the same thing that happened to Pat Carlos with accidentally going too far into his legs in the hards.
So Riser Mouse finds herself on the podium position, and as I say that, drives onto the grass. What was that? That was really weird.
Maybe a slight lapse in concentration.
Getting the tyre temps up maybe.
And that pits up from Casador's allowed Vortex to get back behind his friend in the Alpha again, and I wonder if he's gonna go for another set of attacks using all of his ERS when the safety car comes in next lap.
Loves a good lunge, has stayed out on those soft tyres now. This is his 6th lap, plus the qualifying. With 2
Yeah.
laps on him, remember?
That does put the likes of Vortex and Mouse and Chazadar in a really good position. H2O Cloud pitted for softs. Not quite sure why he's done that, because they're definitely at the end. Whether he's just experimenting with his actual Tier 3 race on Saturday, we'll soon find out, but I think he'll have some good pace come this restart.
Yeah, agreed.
It's gonna be the fastest man on track, I reckon.
Yeah, it's just catching up to the back of the pack now. So it's just carry Rob is great to catch up to the back of the pack.
Wonderful scene as
Just-
a strange restart from Loves a Good Lunge.
Hopefully does it a bit better than the last one. I mean, holding back and
Yeah,
driving forwards, accelerating and then braking, accelerating and braking. It's not a right way of doing it.
there's definitely an art to safety car restart. I don't know. Or controlling the pack under a safety car. It's all well and good if you want to. The safety car is in the lap. It's all well and good slowing the pack down, but you've got to do it at a consistent pace. You can't just accelerate and brake to warm your tyres up for your own benefit. You've got to respect the car behind you. So it looks like this time he's kept a consistent pace, unfortunately. But we'll see if he goes at the same place as Ali leaves.
I think
Already at the race though.
Rob is just about going to get to the back of this queue.
He goes, you're right.
Luckily.
Those Loves a Good Lunge has gone for it. As he always stays on the curb. And it looks like Chazzel's going to make a move here on Wisemouth to turn 1.
Make
Making those pressure
stick
tyres
better.
work. Wisemouth's going to come back down the
move.
inside. Which is better of it. He's to a cloud behind on the soft tyres. What's he going to be able to do is he almost taps Wisemouth around that. Loves a Good Lunge, lunging away at the front. Pulling about 7/10 on Vortex at the moment. Let's see how much longer you can make those soft tyres last. As H2O looks on the back of Wisemouth here, sorry. That needs some problems.
Both lunging into that overtake deploy as well. Oh, we should stop, really. This is getting out of hand. But Vortex just keeping that gap around a second. His ERS is screaming at lagging for mercy.
There's chances of that picking up a 3-second time penalty.
H2O cloud all over the back of Wisemouse. Better exit ERS on, obviously no DRS. Just around the outside. Blue cops. Oh,
no!
Wisemouse. What a drift.
Could be taking inspiration
hell.
from JDM drifting.
As Loves a Good Lunge sets the fastest lap.
He truly is stretching that advantage out front. Almost 2.5 seconds. 1 lap on from the safety car restart. Showing that he has got pace on those old softs.
Will he be able to pull out the 30 odd seconds pit stop time? I mean, it is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking he's made a bad move in not pitting under the second safety car. The first one, yeah, I can see why he wouldn't, because the advantage on the softs compared to the hards, but not now. He's not going to pull anywhere near enough time, and then he's going to come back out presumably on mediums.
And the only
Which,
explanation I can have for the gap he's pulled is he's just purely using more ERS than the cars behind. And he doesn't seem to be using 8th gear at all, really. We'll see if he uses it down the hanger straight here, but seems to prefer lunging away using 7th gear as his max. But he does choose to use 8th gear. Maybe just a weird strategy of only using it down that one straight.
Chances are really struggling in the high speed turns, whether it's just a wheel issue, but I don't know. No, I'm just going to watch him through the turn 1 and turn 2, and it seems really understeery, whether it's sap related or...
sorry Cam, Vortex made a mistake there. I'm on board with Chazadar as well, and Vortex car was sliding around everywhere and just about held it together as Carrie Robbers Great gets a 3-second time penalty. Just got to mention on the Renault driver actually, when he come down to the caught up with the safety car, they were obviously going for it at that point. Lunge had gone, but instead of just, right, excuse the pun, lunging into them all, he actually took the last couple of corners really slow, as if the start hadn't happened yet, whereas he perhaps could have carried on at full pace. I
Yeah.
look back at that and think differently, because he's got a gap now. the cars in front, and he would have been closer.
Yeah, and what should be saying that, Chris? Vortex and Loves a Good Lunge have both picked up 3-second time penalties.
Chazadar right on the back of the Williams Vortex.
He'll have DRS for the first time in this race as well. Let's see if that can help him closing the gap, and I think it will, because Vortex is down to 6% ERS. So within a lap or two, I think Chazadar's going to try and make a land on car P2.
Can't quite see that McLaren DRS, so I might have to change my camera settings.
Yeah, let's hope when he does go for that move, it's not a Kyle dive bomb special. That's what we're going to call those from now on. Oh no!
Oh, no!
Chazdar's lost it.
The Chris
in the
special,
wall.
the spin through turn 1.
Oh,
he's
he's reset the track.
No.
I think he's done that out of pure frustration. So he's reset the track and then driven off the track.
And then he's
And then
rejoined
took the braking mark
dangerously.
For turn 3 as well.
Just
To
you
be fair to
talking
me,
about
moved out of
stuff.
the way. I think he moved out of the way for Clyde, as Clyde come through the first couple of turns, but
Yeah, and I
yeah, I think you're right there, Alex. Frustration.
and as Callum brings up the Chris special of Chris bestowing the commentator's curse on pretty much every driver he commentates on. And Chazadar's race, I don't want to say ruined, but definitely ambited. He's going to have to pit again. I can't tell if it's a whole front wing off. No, it's not. It's just damage to the right side, but that's definitely going to impact him quite heavily.
I was referring to the constant spinning of
Yeah, Chris didn't favour us.
I didn't spin once
didn't.
last night. I think I found myself winning the race, didn't I?
Yeah, well,
So I just had to get that one out there. It won't happen again.
yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
I haven't
that's
told
a
you
good
this,
one.
I've saved it for this moment, but I deliberately hit the water to make sure you it was. That's
I
not,
hope you didn't do
no,
that.
I'm kidding. No, it's, it looks like
It's,
Loves a Good Lunge
Loves
is
Good
in,
Lunges into the pits.
and so does
Vortex
Chazadar.
takes the lead.
And let's see where Chazadar, Loves a Good Lunge comes out, how far back. Is he going to have enough laps to try and lunge back that advantage that the likes of Vortex and Cloud have now got for pitting under the safety cars?
just
I
another
can
thing to
confirm
mention.
that Lisa's left the room as well. She can't take it anymore.
As Cloud is a tenth and a little bit off the race lead with Vortex's penalty.
Yeah, I've been working with the Cloud on trying to improve his actual races, and ERS management and penalties is something we've been working on, and as you can see, 90% ERS, no penalties. I'll check his warnings as well. Not quite sure how many he's got, he's only got 2. So a really good race so far from Cloud. Good practice for next week as well, well, it'll be this week, sorry, on Saturday.
Lunge's got the rev glitch.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah, Vortex is slowly starting to pull away from HOA Cloud, as I think Cloud's soft tires are just hitting that spot where they start to degrade, so Vortex sitting pretty right now. The likes of Carry Robber's great and Wisermass just sitting a bit further back at the moment. I think within 5 or so laps you can have Love's Good Lunge up behind them, and they'll be wanting to lunge straight past and try and get onto the back of Cloud and Vortex.
Yeah, do you think with 13 laps to go, Lunge can pull this gap back to Vortex?
Well, the gap to Vortex himself is 25 seconds, and as they both got 3-second penalties, it's exactly 26 seconds, really, 25.9. But he needs to catch up and overtake Vortex, so I think it depends on whether Vortex tyres can hold up, and whether he can keep it on track, but obviously we'll have to wait and see. It'll be interesting to see if Loves a Good Lunge can do it, like how strong are his lunges, and can he claw back enough for an advantage to get past the cars in front as well as try and make a move for the lead.
Yeah, gap's coming down to Weiser Mouse, now at 11 seconds. She's also catching Carrie Roberts great. Seems to be building a little bit more consistency as the race has gone on.
Yep. On that last side of the line, Love's a good lunge, has taken a big step towards take around about a second. Big step, some would say that's also called a lunge, but let's try and start using other adjectives to try and describe how quickly this gap's been closed in. But Cloud's still staying within a net 1 second behind Vortex. I wonder if, when he comes out, if his new tyres will allow him to catch back up to the back of his teammate.
Yeah, I mean, they have pretty similar paces, obviously. That's a good lunge, showing that he was a good qualifier. It'll be interesting to see the two clash as well. Whether he'll find himself with his teammate actually in Tier 3.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what Lunge's pace compared to FTR Tompe for that tier.
Weiser Mouse has been steadily closing on the Renault in Roberts Great. Renault pick through haven't been so great, I'm still putting him onto Inters, but you know.
Yeah, Robert's great also on 6 seconds worth of penalties to Weiser Mouse's 3, and she's currently within that 3 second window as well, so gotta remember, Lunge is on a charge.
As Cloud picks up penalty, which does actually put him 4 seconds down from the Williams Vortex.
Yeah, you're right, Chris. Picking up on lunge, he's really starting to stretch his pace advantage that he appears to have. Catching another 2 seconds in the last few laps.
I'm sorry for all the people watching this.
I had to write that one down as well.
Right.
Yeah, gap's down to 6 seconds, so he's halved it in 2 and a bit laps.
So it's the
Does he
fastest
just
lap
go
as well.
quickest? This could be a nice little three-way fight if Love's Good Lunge gets past Weiser Mouse, drags him up with DRS. Could be interesting.
Yeah. And when he catches up to the back of Wise Mouse and Carrie Roberts Graham, he'd think of those as warm-ups when he launches the ultimate lunge on Cloud and Vortex.
Obviously, Cloud still has to pit, so if these three do get in a major fight, then the Alfa Romeo driver could try and snag a podium, at least on track. Get a big 0 on the points street.
As the Wise Mouse picks up a 3-second time penalty.
Which puts
Yeah,
Love's
now matching what Robert's great has got as well. She needs to close that time down now.
Love's a good lunge. Really good lap so far here. Just
Couple
got
under
inside
sector.
that P4. Yeah. Really
Clyde's in
tidy.
the pits.
Yeah. Loud
I
starts
imagine
that
they'll-
agonising.
Imagine they'll have on mediums on another set of softs to the end. Whereas lunges ahead. Albeit, flat in the pits. This continued pace and progress from the Alpha driver has meant that the gap is now down to just under 20 seconds to Vortec out in front with 10 laps left to go. Can he do it?
Them hards around lap 22, 23, they'll start losing seconds a lap compared to cloud softs. I mean, fresh softs now. I mean, we'll see that Intel fall down to his teammate who's still gaining on the two cars in front. I don't think Vortec has got this one just yet. If he maintains this gap until about lap 20, then I reckon it's written in the book. So the Intel is growing to the runner.
Yeah, as Lunge comes up to the back of Wiseman, so he's not going to want to sweat this one too much. They just want to make an easy move around the inside or the outside, depending on which one he looks to the inside. Into Stowe, makes the lunge ahead. Curry Roberts Great is now the car ahead, who the first half of the show had a pretty shocking turn of fortune with a few collisions and obviously being out into ties as well, but now currently sitting in second place.
Yeah, I think as this race has gone along, he's just got on with it and started feeling a bit more comfortable with the car on the track, perhaps.
Yeah.
Just tried to stay out of trouble as best he could. Oh, massive corner cut there against 3-second penalty. See, it's the curse again. Give him a bit of praise, gets a penalty. I'm going to shut up.
Yep. Maybe I was taking a break, Chris, maybe do some lunges, that should help. But as we see in here, lots of good lunges. Always a good yellow flag. Chazar's out. He did another mistake at the first few corners.
Will there be a safety car? That looks like his car's halfway on track, or at least on the runoff, which would be at least a VSC. But it's Codemaster, so of course it's not.
It'll be gone by the time Vortec gets it.
He disappears and so does the VSC. Luckily no one gets to drive though. But loves a good lunge, currently in P2 on penalties. Chester leaves Wiser Mouse as well, just about a second and a half away from that P3 spot. Obviously Lunge really stretching his legs to catch up to the runner.
Yep, some would say he's within touching distance.
Apologies to this. It's not even the right lunge that we're about, but you know, I mean, we'll carry on with it. His teammate did pick up fastest lap there, which is, I think it was by a marginal amount as well. Nope, that's 5 tenths, Callum.
Yeah, it's only 28, I think.
There's lots of good lunge because it's a really good exit out of course. Right in the back of the carry here. Drew Maggers and Beckett is closing in corner after corner. These medium tyres have a huge advantage. Richard to see which way he lunges round. No. It's good to see who warmed up before this race. He does a few stretches as he looks to lunge around the outside. Late on the brakes.
That was like 3 in 1 straight.
Yeah, really flexing the muscles there.
Apologies.
The gap is 15.5 seconds. 6 laps.
I don't think it's doable, unless Vortex makes a huge mistake. And to be fair to Vortex, he saved a bit of VRS as well. So I think he's sitting really good for a win here at the moment.
Rob is great just running out of VRS, so whether Wiser Mouse can get onto the back of the runner.
Don't forget you've got H2 Cloud as well, so as Wise Mouse gets to the back
True.
of Carry Rob, you'd like to think the other Alpha would pull another move on the 2 cars as well.
As Wise Mask puts herself level on penalties with Rob.
Yeah, that podium's so close for her, but yet so far as well.
Fortunately for Wise Mouse, both her and Carry have got 9 seconds worth of penalties, so as she get passed on track, then that's the position secured. At least for the time being, unless Cloud closes in within the 6 seconds that he needs to be.
I mean, he's got half a second left, so now I imagine with the current pace that he's got, that'll be comfortable for him.
Quite possible.
Loves a good lunge. Only gained 5 tenths on that lap. I mean, give him another race and he might be able to catch up to Vortex. That won't happen unless, as you say, Vortex makes a mistake, gets a puncture or something. But I doubt there's to be anywhere near 80%. Hards that are only like 18 laps old.
Vortec is pushing, that's why the time's not coming down. He's used all his ERS.
I was about to say, if anything is going up.
I think he'd realised that lunge is in P2 and he's gone, right, I've got 60 odd % left, let's use it.
I'm still with 56 just going into cups. So Rob takes his total up to 12 seconds. Which I think puts Cloud in front.
No, it doesn't. Another second and a bit down than he would be, but not right now.
Cloud gets
Definitely
penalty.
not now anyway, yeah. There's Cloud gets another penalty.
That's another good thing to practice for the Alfa Romeo driver in Tier 3. Penalties round to not as bad as Mexico as a couple of weeks ago, but still another bad track for it, and if he can limit that, then it could be another race running decider.
I think with the penalties, sometimes people look at it in the wrong way. You got Vortec on 3 seconds worth of penalties. That's not just 3 seconds, that's 3 separate track extending warnings. So you think Carry Roberts Gray's got 12.
That's 12 warnings. Not 12, sorry. No, it is 12, yeah.
Yeah.
No, it'd be
Each 3
36,
warnings for a
wouldn't it?
3-second penalty. No. It isn't 9 warnings for a penalty, Chris.
Oh no, it's because I think he's got different. It's not all 3-second penalties.
Oh! Oh no! That is all of his front wing off. Was he taking a different pegs or something?
Oh,
How
that
is
puts
that
Wise
front
Mouse
wing
on the
there?
podium as well.
How is that?
Well, this is definitely a historic club getting move on here.
Hang on, it's
Page
great.
up. Oh.
Straight on.
Straight into the gravel.
Doesn't do a cue yet and just drives straight into that barrier. He's going too quick. He thinks he can take Magnussen back at full speed with no front wing, which is break to you, but you simply can't.
And that promotes the racing point of Wise Mouse onto the podium as it stands. And with Cloud getting
I mean, it
another
will
3-second
finish.
penalty, Cloud needs to get within 3 seconds of Wise Mouse, and he's currently 5.3 behind, so this is going to be a close one for the podium.
Obviously, Wise Mouse will still get them 15 points, but it's just
He needs to
with
start using his ERS.
yeah, he's got down to 14.1. That's 1.5 seconds in 3 laps. So, as Rob gets another 5-second speeding penalty.
Yeah, Cloud not using his ERS at all. He's got 100% and 3 laps to go. get away with using it on all the straights and still not use it all up.
Yeah. Another good sign, I mean, I can't quite see on most of the steering wheels, but it looks like Wise Mouse done around 28, Vortex on about 40, Love's Good Lunge on around 40 as well, and Cloud's dipping in and out for 100, so shout out to him.
Yeah, I think Vortex knows now he's just got to keep it on track. Don't get any penalties.
Yeah, I think we'll see that gap
And,
fall
bring it
to
home.
around 9-8 seconds with A them warm tyres and B just driving safe.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That puts Cloud P3.
Right.
Can Moiseman stand on the podium?
Oh no. No, it's still going to be a podium for Wise Mouse because Cloud's
Yeah.
not going to score.
Yeah.
But can we see that Racing Point outfit standing on the bottom step of the podium?
Well, it's not likely, hasn't even since Spain. At least not it, but let's say Wise Mouse can make it on the inauguration of Tier 4.
That was not nice.
Yeah, sorry, that was a bit of a stretch.
Yeah. Vote at the end of the
Step too
race for the
far,
best
Alex.
lunge joke.
Yeah, who's put that in chat?
Mr. Bonotto, I wonder who he is.
I think it's got to be my joke about flexing the muscles. Not sure what you guys think.
I think it was all of them because Lisa absolutely was in hysterics. She had to leave the room. She can't keep a straight face.
Have you heard giggles from the kitchen?
Yeah.
But
Oh,
better
I've
take
heard-
giggles than garden maintenance.
1/10 is the gap it takes for a car makes a mistake. 2 laps to go.
His
Carry
carry
was
Robert's
great.
great. It's continuing the culmination of penalties up to 20 seconds.
He is weaving. Not exactly what I want to do. Barely saving any ERS. Cloud brings down that gap again to like around 5 seconds. Loves a good lunge, really overstepped the mark. Not fitting on the second safety car.
Yep. Looking back at this, he'll be wary for next time of how far forward he can put the front foot at the start of the race. And how much he can claw back at the end. Just see how much he can get away with. But unfortunately, this race it doesn't look like he's been able to do that as we're on to the last lap, and Vortex has got a 10-second lead. And it looks like Vortex got both hands firmly grasping the trophy at the moment. We'll see if the Alpha can take
It's
that out
fine.
of his hands with the lance. Stick his foot in and mix up the podium, but highly unlikely at this point as Cloud's nakedly closing at the end of that lap. Almost 3 seconds on track behind Wise Mouse. I think those hards on the racing point are really dying at this point.
Yeah. And I don't think Rob can necessarily challenge that P3 spot. I mean,
1 minute and 10 seconds behind. But yeah, those tyres on the race point have got to be screaming more than your muscles after a good lunge, so real shame for the racing point. Cloud really started the game plan on his last lap. But Vortex on the hanging straight for the last time. Comes around stone now. All he's got to do is keep on track. And this will be his first win in FTR. Really good to see driver improvement. Someone that's moved down from Tier 3.
finds
Trying to
his
chill out a bit.
happy place.
Yeah, finding his footing. And he's made a good step here. And he's won, he's won the race.
Yeah,
Oh.
well done to Vortex.
There's lots of good lunge.
Can't help feel Loves a good lun's gonna feel like that could have been more.
Yeah, I think that goes show it's not the fastest that always wins, it's the first to finish. And poor strategy calls have led to different results, something you would guess. As Weisenmouth comes across the line, takes P3 on track, Cage will take P3, but Cloud not scoring points or taking positions. Weisenmouth inherits that P3, and I believe that's the third podium as well for Weisenmouth.
Definitely. Unless they got one in season 1, if they were racing. Obviously, I didn't race in this league then.
No, she didn't. I think she joined in season 2, or just in between.
Well, we have a podium interview. Rob is happy to finish. Hopefully, he doesn't, spin out.
Oh, she's already left the session. If they come into the party, then yeah, we can do a podium interview. If not, then we'll end the stream after the results have come up.
Yeah, I think I'm all stretched out after that. Really good, entertaining race to watch for the first Tier 4 race. Nice to see not too many aggressive moves and some fair, clean racing from most of the drivers today. Hopefully next week we'll get a few more of the roster in and see a bit more cars on the track.
Yeah, hopefully we'll have at least double the amount of cars next week, because there is over 20 drivers in the tier. Let's hope we get more turning up.
Well, if we're going to double down, I think we'll have to bring in a hairstyle or maybe even like a spotting dog to compete with the lunge.
Let me just look at Tier 4 driver name is there any other.
But FTR
One
Apollo,
so you can-
one that instantly springs to mind.
Yeah, Apollo's a quick driver. Even though he's moved from tier 2, 3 to 4. It's a shame he couldn't turn up.
Someone finding our comedy funny in the background.
Yeah.
So, sorry if you are watching this lunch, but it's just one thing led to another.
I can't find these people, they've gone offline. Right, I sent the invites. Hello. Please include your audio.
Your mic is cutting out for me. Hopefully stream can... Yep, it's like that. It's like that.
Well, don't think anyone else is joining, so at least we've got the race winner with us.
Yep.
So, Vortex, race winner in FTR, how do you feel?
I feel incredible. It's just one of those wins that I'm not going to say took by storm because that's cocky, but I just did my best and took the race. Win.
Do you reckon
Yeah,
you
it's a
can
good drive.
challenge for the championship once there's more drivers coming in, maybe some tier 3s moving down?
I reckon I have the talent, but with the tier 3s moving down, I'm an ex-tier 3 driver, and the tier 3 guys were pretty hard to beat, so I think I'll have a challenge.
Yep.
Yeah.
You had lots of good lunge in that race. He really made you stretch for that one, didn't he?
Yeah,
Especially at the start of the race.
I tried to use everything I could at the start, made the move, and then the safety car came out. I was P3 after the pit stop, went for hards. I really struggled at the end with the tyre wear, but it was all good at the end.
Yeah, and I think it's safe to say from the start of the season when you joined, you made a big step forward in your racecraft and your race pace
Yeah.
as well. As he only managed to claw back, I think it was only 5 seconds after he cleared the cars. So really
He
good
was
performance at the end of the race for you.
he was 22 seconds behind, and it was 9.7 at the end, I believe. So we gained quite a bit.
Yeah, well, nice to see that you didn't lose your head under a little bit of pressure at least. That's a good thing. A good sign of things to come, maybe.
I was under pressure, and I don't work well under pressure, but I kept my cool and just kept the lead without spinning. So
Yeah, you just got to
Yeah,
make sure
well done
that
to you.
yeah.
pardon? Two people spoke at the same time.
Yeah, sorry. That's saying well done to you.
Yep.
It was a good drive in the end. Maybe a little bit lucky with the strategy call
Yeah.
of lunge because of the pace that he had. But yeah, all the same,
I mean, thanks to my
still
race
got to
engineer.
be
I had
there
a
to take
race
that
engineer
position.
during the race. Thanks to him too. He did a very good job at telling me strategy, telling me what was happening around me, telling me to keep the car intact and save fuel and ERS until the end.
Nice.
So
Callum,
yeah,
anything else or Alex?
No, just a really complete performance.
Yep.
Good to see that you're on the podium.
Yep, that's good for me.
Yeah. Okay then. I think we'll end that there, and
Yep.
we'll of course be back again next Monday for Tier 4 again, and we'll be back on stream tomorrow night. Actually, tune in around 9 o'clock tomorrow night. See what's happening there. Catch you again soon.